Save one for tomorrow. A doozy of one for tomorrow. Hey, what's going on, broadcast streamers? Let's see. Anthony's already saying what's up, and of course he knows. Yeah, we got Manny in the building, and let me bring away the sweeper. Yo, what up, Anthony? Welcome to the broadcast stream, and everyone else. Once you jump in here, make sure you drop a yo. And welcome Justin, who's about to do stand-up. He's got open mic, floating open mic. He's gonna do some stand-up comedy here, standing in front of the brick wall.
You know, it gets no respect.
It's so great that you green screen. I know there's an option for me to green screen too, I would think. Oh, Manny, you're in private chat when you do that. When you said yo, it doesn't show up on the main deal.
Only Beef and I can see it.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Yo.
There you go. No, yeah, I think you have to click on. I don't know if you have this.
I'll just
get this man all set up.
YouTube.
Yeah, see, I busted out a yo, and I could do it 3 times. So in that little side thing, I don't know. But yes, there's my background. I got new backgrounds, and now Spears just disappeared.
I think my laptop just died.
Do you have a charger for it?
Yeah.
Oh no, you're on. But definitely get your charger on it. Your green screen died, that's for sure.
Okay.
All right. While he fixes that, yesterday we did morning one. Boom, boom, boom. I did those music things. I'm letting him get situated. I got a video file I can share for you guys.
Spears is frozen in time.
That's great.
Like the cops just kicked down the door and caught him.
Right.
Were my hands really like that?
Gotcha. Yeah. They're like, don't hit me. Don't hit me. I'm like, get that green screen back up. Now, let's see. Spears didn't see this sketch, so I want to share it with him real quick. You guys may have seen it before, but we're doing that radio show. If you follow me on social media, you've probably seen it. And if you did see it on social media, make sure you drop a haha or a like or whatever you will. Check this out. And here's the smoothness.
When somebody is in a car and they harm someone and then go away.
Carjack?
No.
All right, this is an old school way to say it's alcohol that's homemade.
Oh, moonshine.
Nope, it's a different way to say it, and it's like Turner and that's an old movie, but okay.
It's a type of hot beverage that you drink in the morning.
Coffee.
And
tea.
But you put a little bit of alcohol in it. What's it called?
Oh, jeez. What do you put a little bit of alcohol in?
Patty!
Hot toddy?
Look at me, what?
I don't.
Look at the what?
I'm gonna pass.
Yeah, man. Shrooms and like acid.
Sedona.
This is so cool, man. Like, it's so.
Uncle Rick. Hippie.
I'm taking what kind of drugs?
Mushrooms. Weed.
What are they called, though?
Psychedelics.
Yes!
Oh, rodeo.
Woohoo!
Lasso.
What am I? I'm talking about. It's a position in sex.
Oh yeah,
You ride him. Yeah, go.
All right, and then after this, my goodness, if I had gotten all that footsie before, I might have been doing this, not camping, but feeling erect, but not camping. What would we call it if I had a boner in my pants? And it was not. I was not camping, but we're making a joke about an erection. What is that called when someone...
What?
We're gonna skip it.
Sup, girl? So, what am I doing?
Hitting on me.
Almost.
Hitting on me.
So, girl, let's Rico Suave.
Oh, God. Disgusting.
Come to Papa.
Sex talk.
Almost.
Sexy talk, dirty talk.
What is the action of this? Come on. I'm gonna read you poetry and buy you a house. Step.
What the fuck was that?
I knew it.
This is a type of diet.
Oh, keto.
No, a different one. It's like beans and rice. It's like it's how cavemen ate.
Chicano. Oh, beans, rice, how cave. I don't know diets.
This movie is the best, and then that happens because they're doing what?
Standing ovation.
No, they're doing what to music? They're doing it what? Oh, what? Oh! It's Dirty Dancing. It's not that one.
Clean it really hard. It's a city in Taiwan. Thailand. I hate my
Bangkok.
That's right.
Return of the beef. Beef vegan.
All right, we're back here live. Powers, I sent you an invite to join the stream as well. And Todd, I sent you an invite as well. We could play games, and honestly, we'll do another Squid Hat game series as well. Just it's very simple premise there, Spears. All you do is wear a squid hat, and then you play games.
I'm down.
Yeah, that was my
That
idea.
sounds like fun. Looks like fun.
It was fun. And Powers, the Prince of Positivity, was like, "That's genius," and I'm like, "I don't know about genius, but yes, it was." Wear a squid hat, play games, call Squid Games. Call me a genius for that one. That's fine, but I felt like it was right there. It was easy to spot.
Netflix ain't coming for you?
Not yet.
Not yet?
Not
Okay.
yet. Oh man, that's a whole series. I can't wait for the Squid Hat game series. But it's great that we can play rock, paper, scissors. We can play Connect Four. We can play anything. As long as we're wearing squid hats, it's Squid Hat games.
You know what? It might bring some more revenue for Netflix. They should look into it.
That's true. They should. Hey, did you know that I actually got to get Mick Foley and Dolph Ziggler to play against each other in the last word?
What?
Yes, live.
When was this?
This was Tuesday night. Mick Foley was in town, and we were able to hang out with him, and we were promoting a show and helped him sell tickets. For whatever reason, the show needed help selling tickets because not too many people knew about it. And Dolph Ziggler was opening up for him. So once we did that, I went in and I was, networking, saying hello to Mick and introducing myself in person. And we're kind of BSing. And then I just pitched it. And it's one of those situations where you just got to not be afraid to ask. And it's a very simple, great icebreaker. I can't wait to do it with more people and musicians and whatnot, because I'm just like, here, this is what we're going to do. 3 30-second rounds. I had wrestling type categories. We're going to super produce the video, throw it up on YouTube as clickbait, and hopefully get like 50,000 views on it. But yeah, and we had Powers wear a referee shirt and stand in the middle, and he was keeping track of the time, right? So I'm filming with the camera, Mick and Dolph with Powers in the middle. And then after we're done with the last word, Mick's like, well, you have that referee shirt. I used to do this story about Hulk Hogan that involved a referee. And he's like, would you mind coming up on stage during my show and helping me do this bit? Which Powers immediately jizzed his pants and then said yes. And so Powers was a part of Mick Foley's show.
Wow. That's awesome. Mankind.
Fucking mankind. Cactus Jack.
Foley's baby boy.
That's right. Dude,
wow.
You name it, he's got a personality for it. All right, let's do a tease on the air. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to the podcast broadcast, the only podcast that's live on the radio. You can keep listening on 102.1, or you can join us on the 102.1 Facebook page or youtube.com/beefvegan. And if you Twitch, then you can join us on Twitch by just looking up Beef Vegan Presents. Coming up next on Beef Vegan Presents, we got Justin Spears from Spears and Ali on ESPN Radio 104.9 and 1490 AM in studio. And the reason why we haven't had him for a while is because he was covering the NCAA tournament. Well, I got questions to ask about how that was behind the scenes, because you were on location there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Every step of the way.
The press pass. So, yeah, how the Wildcats reacted when they were upset in the tournament and everything else. So many questions we're going to cover next after Lincoln Park's One Step Closer. So keep it right here or join us on the stream and comment below and be one of our friends. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA, the podcast broadcast. Let's go. Clear. All right. So, yeah, that's what we're talking about first, Spears, because I want to know. You're like literally in the locker room and stuff sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, not in the locker room.
That's
not,
good.
Not this year, because I think COVID
COVID and pecker checking. They're just like, Spears, we don't need you pecker checking, dudes. So wait until we get dressed, and then we'll answer any questions.
Not even. They used to have locker room access. It was cool. Get a lot of cool stories.
Like what? Give me an example.
Well, I mean, you could just walk up to any random guy. Like if you want to do a particular story on somebody, you could just walk up to them in the locker room and talk to them one-on-one rather than having to deal with them at the podium and then ask the questions for other reporters then to take your story.
Okay.
You see what I mean?
Yeah, that's nice. Shout out to Gator Dreams. Thanks for the comment on Twitch. Thank you saying that you love the show. I appreciate that. We also got, just checking in with us real quick. Say hi to Todd Marley. Good morning, Todd.
Oh, why, hello. Fancy meeting you here.
Yeah, speaking of fancy, look at that fuzzy little mic muff that Todd's rocking today.
Yeah, I've always had this. It's just a wider camera now.
Okay, so it catches.
Yeah, you notice the microphone, but don't notice the high definition camera.
I was going to say there's a lot of wind in his room.
There's tons of wind in his room. It looks like you're speaking into a cat's asshole.
I mean, sure, why not? I mean, their assholes are totally round.
Yeah. I need you to do me a favor this morning on the podcast broadcast. Can you find me a viral video for TV time with Todd that we could do after our next sports break?
No, why would I do something so boring and stupid?
All right, well, put together something for me, and we'll check back in with you here in just a couple minutes, okay?
Okay.
I love you, buddy. All right, that's Todd. So he'll be joining us on the podcast broadcast stream. And Powers, if you're still watching, I sent you an invite. We want to see how sick you are because Powers called out sick. And I want to know how he got sick. Was he out there making out with the ladies? Was he passing the pipe around to many people? You never take a hit. See, that's the thing when you're smoking weed. People cough when they smoke weed. So you don't know if they're sick or it's just the weed that's making them cough.
Yeah.
All right, let's get on the air. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to the podcast broadcast. We do have Justin Spears from Spears and Ali in studio from ESPN Radio, Monday through Friday, 3 to 6 p.m.
Yes, sir.
104.9, 1490 a.m. That's the plug. That keeps management happy. Has Ali been coming in on the show?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good.
He's been coming in 4 days a week.
Oh, nice. Yeah, he's staying busy.
Yeah, because sometimes it's hard to get him 5 days a week because he's the Bruce Wayne of Tucson. So
yes,
it's hard to get him 5 days a week. But man, he comes in 4 days a week and it's a fun time.
You're not lying about that either because my girlfriend's brother-in-law and his wife flew out to the tournament when the Wildcats were in the NCAA tournament and they were on a private plane. And I was like, who'd they go on a private plane with? And I look at a picture and I'm like, that's Ali.
Yep.
Like, what? He's got private plane money? It turns out they all pitched in, and then it turned out to be super affordable, but still, you know.
My co-host and I are not in the same tax bracket. Let's just say that.
Not at all. But I can understand why you're bringing him on. Like, hey, rich guy, you want to talk sports?
Cool. Let's make it happen.
Yeah. You would be good about, talking about the fights, actually flying out first class and getting a penthouse suite at the MGM and then talking about the fight. But you were traveling all over the place for the NCAA tournament, covering that.
Yeah.
Yes, and you get media. You have media credentials. You write for
the Arizona Daily Star.
Yes, and you're even verified on Twitter. So, what's some of the behind the scenes takeaways that you have from this year's NCAA tournament besides our Wildcats being eliminated in the Elite Eight?
It was just good to get back because it had been 4 years since Arizona experienced an NCAA tournament game because 2018-19, their team really took a step back after the FBI scandal hit their program.
Yeah.
So they didn't even make the NCAA tournament. As a matter of fact, they were eliminated in the first round of the Pac-12 tournament. So quick and easy season for them. Then 19-20 happens. That's the COVID year. They were going to play in the NCAA tournament, but the pandemic shuttered the tournament. Then the following season, they had the self-imposed postseason ban because it was the COVID-influenced year. They realized, okay, well, we're going to get a punishment for this scandal. Might as well just skip out on the postseason during the COVID year.
Yeah.
So they sat out of last year. And then now here we are in Tommy Lloyd's first year. They were able to not only make the NCAA tournament, but go in as a number one seed. When at the beginning of the year, they were voted to finish kind of in the middle of the Pac-12. So they completely smashed all expectations. And to be back at the tournament, man, it was just awesome.
Yeah, no, it was definitely like a storybook year. Like it looked like Tommy Lloyd was going to have this epic moment of, being able to prove himself in the first year, get that championship, all the great happy endings of, taking over it. And a lot of people were predicting Gonzaga, his former team, and the Wildcats facing off in the finals. And both of them got eliminated, I believe, on the same day or same weekend. Same night. Yeah, back to back, which is crazy. And it just adds to the drama still of the history of Gonzaga with Tommy Lloyd and the future of the Wildcats. But how are they feeling after the game? Obviously demoralized, but what was the takeaway from there?
Well, they're really upset about how they lost because they just got straight up bullied and punched in the face by Houston.
Yeah.
But they're going to come back. I'm not going to say stronger because they lose Benedict Mathurin to the NBA draft. He's going to be a lottery pick. And Christian Coloco just declared for the NBA draft earlier this week. That's the Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Year. So you lose a Pac-12 Player of the Year, Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Year in the same season. I mean, that's going to be really tough to replace.
Yes.
But they just landed a 6'8" wing from Serbia, and his name is Filip Borovicinen. Borovicinen. And
can you fit that on the back of a jersey?
I think so. But you know this, Beef.
Yeah.
Every single player in basketball history who's had the name Vitch in their last name, they're a pretty damn good shooter. And I was looking at this guy's stats, and he averaged like 35 points per game in Europe, EuroLeague or EYBL. So he's a shooter. He's a scorer, and he's 6'8". So he's going to be a pretty solid option on the wing. Plus, they have Adama Ball and all these other guys coming back. Kirk Reese is returning.
Yes.
Azuolas Tubelis, who's an all Pac-12 forward who kind of pissed the bed there in the NCAA tournament. He's also returning. So they have a lot of guys returning. There's a lot of things to be excited about for Arizona basketball.
Okay. Well, and you talked about my new good friend Kerr. When we come back, we're going to talk about the two players that are leaving the Wildcats, where they're projected to be in the NBA draft. And we're going to talk about the Phoenix Suns because they're tearing it up and they're looking to go all the way for the first time ever. We'll see how likely that may be, according to the experts here. On the podcast broadcast, we got Todd Marley getting ready for some TV time, and Powers called in sick today. I could tell from backstage he's really playing it up. I don't know how sick he is. We'll call him out on it and see if he really is sick on the podcast broadcast stream. But keep it right here. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. Beefing presents. Clear. Okay. Clear. All right, let's get here. So first, look at Powers. I saw him right off the bat. He jumped in, he looked fine, and then he grabbed that blanket, put it over his head, and could you tell that I can see you backstage? Do you know this, right? Because I could see the whole setup of what you're doing to really milk this. How sick are you on a scale of 1 to 10? Be real.
I'll say I'm going to give myself a 7. I feel like
no way.
My back it's my bones. I can't fucking move. Everything.
Oh, you got that
so
back
bad.
cold. You got that back cold. You got that back cold.
Cold and like your muscles are all sore. Like I can't fucking move my back and legs. So my head's really stuffed up. So I don't know if it's COVID. I don't think it's COVID. It's
not you dropping the C word. No one drops the C word anymore, bro. That's so last year.
Exactly.
This guy.
Joel got COVID last weekend. So
just bring the flu back up. You got the flu. Just leave it that way. Right. Bring that back.
This guy
again, though, Joel got COVID, and I was next to him at the roast battle, and his wife got COVID. So a few people got COVID. Sorry if it's to 2021 for that. I don't think it's because I just have congestion and just runny nose, and
that sounds like COVID. Nah, I mean you can't be throwing out the C word. Now you're gonna have to take multiple tests, anal swabs, and everything else just to see if you can come back on the show. They still take it very seriously around here.
No, I know. So I'm seeing how I feel. I just took a bunch of Advil.
Here's the thing, and Kat was sick on Wednesday for 420. And again, it's like, I don't know if I got COVID. Everyone now from here on out, when they get a cold, is immediately going to be like, could be COVID, because we have a million different symptoms of COVID. I can tell you right now that you probably don't have COVID. And
I can tell from my symptoms I don't have it.
No, the symptoms I had
Dr.
for
Beef,
COVID.
Dr. Beef.
Yeah, the symptoms I had for COVID were very similar to what you're describing. It was very mild. It was like a head cold, and it stuck around for a while. Did your penis get bigger?
Well, that's just been happening naturally because I'm doing a lot of sexting.
Oh, yeah. He's getting really into BDSM right now. We talked to a girl on the air of BDSM, and ever since he's just like, you know what? That sounds like a good time.
Yeah. That girl seems open to some things. Let's try.
Yeah,
I'm not getting any younger.
Yeah, that's for damn sure. But so here's what I do. I was one of the people that hit up the government for one of those free COVID tests. I'll drop one by your house today. Okay.
Okay. Can you bring my check if it's there?
Yeah, no, that's a whole nother issue. But stay backstage. I'm still putting you to work. Let's get back in with Todd Marley here. Todd, what's going on, brother?
Oh, I'm just here not looking up videos.
Are you working right now? What's going on?
I am. Would you like to see? Here we go. Here's my other job over here. Look at that. See, more computers.
All right. Well, I mean, you've been following along the NBA playoffs as well, right?
Yes, there are 3 games on today and 3 games on tomorrow.
What are the 3 games that are on today?
Let's see. Our games today: Memphis at Minnesota, Dallas at Utah, and Golden State at Denver. Look to TNT for most of the action, with NBA TV taking care of the Dallas at Utah game.
I'm just reading it all. So
I'm just literally reading off the sheet that I do at work every day.
That's funny. All right, so Spears, he just mentioned those 3 games. I want to win money on my FanDuel app, so give me picks so I can pick the opposite. This is what we do here. If you guys forgot,
let me log on.
Justin Spears is an encyclopedia of sports information. The guy is going to know everything about everything, all the stats, facts, and what have you. But the one thing he can't do is accurately predict a winner or a loser. And whoever he picks, 9 times out of 10, it goes the opposite direction. And this is a brilliant way to make some money. So
Spears,
the first game.
Hold on. I'm cutting you off right there. Spears, did you ever get to come back and dunk on beef for the Super Bowl? When you actually called that one correctly from one end to the other?
Oh, man.
No, but you know how fucking close that was. I mean, it was it looked
like I don't
look
recall you coming in and getting to dunk on beef. And I just want to make sure you get that opportunity because you earned that one.
Thank you, Todd.
I'll
my back.
You know
the
that
sports guys.
A majority of that game, you're like, damn it, I did it again. You were thinking that
late in that fourth quarter. I was like, oh my god,
oh man,
I'm coming back in the studio for a while.
And the Rams shouldn't have won that one. They should have went to Joe Burrow for sure. But good for that one. That's why I said 9 times out of 10, Todd. So that was the 10th time. Of the playoffs, like legitimately, he was on a hot streak of losing. He was 0% leading going into the Super Bowl.
And since I'm in the mood for being fair to everybody, that is also 100% true. Like all the way through.
Valid point.
All right, so the first game airing on TNT, Todd, is what?
First game on TNT. Oh, am I even looking at? I am now. The first game on TNT is Memphis at Minnesota.
Memphis at Minnesota. Okay, Spears, tell me about Memphis and Minnesota and who you think is going to take the game 3, I believe.
This is a gritty series, and Anthony Edwards is a star in the making in the NBA. I love Minnesota and the roster that they have. However, I do like the way that Memphis was able to rally back. John Morant's been one of my favorite players to watch this season. This game's coming back to Minnesota, so this is tough. I think this series is going to go 7 games. I'm going to go with Minnesota winning at home.
All right, so Memphis is going to win this game. That's good.
Probably.
Yeah. I am. Let's see. I'm building a 3-game parlay. 100% going opposite of his.
In that case, game 2 on NBA TV tonight. Dallas at Utah.
Luka Doncic still experiencing that ankle injury. That's been kind of hobbling him over the last couple weeks, or I should say last week. But I don't know. Dallas was able to bounce back, and the series is now tied 1-1 going back to Utah. I still love Luka Doncic. I love the way the Dallas Mavericks are playing. Utah Jazz, I just, for some reason, I don't understand them. They are such a mystery of a team. So I'm going with Dallas winning game 3.
All right. With Luka Doncic out of this game.
Is he out?
Oh, did you? I thought you said he was out.
No.
Okay, he's back in, but he's hobbling.
Okay. I thought
he's
you
not
knew something
100%.
that I didn't. Yeah.
No.
Luka Doncic is playing.
Okay. Well, it looks like then I'm going for the Jazz for sure. It looks like the Jazz are favorite on this one by 7. So that was a swing and a miss, but we'll see.
Okay.
So yeah, you like Dallas? That's good. So far I got Memphis beating Minnesota. Of course, Spears picked the opposite, and then Utah, Rudy Gobert. He'll have a good game today, going over on the Mavericks. So
Stifle
this
Tower.
third one, for
the second game on the TNT doubleheader: Golden State at Denver.
Ooh,
This is a realistic situation. The MVP could get swept out of the first round of the NBA playoffs in Nikola Jokic.
Yes.
Golden State, now that Steph Curry's been back, even though he's been on a minute restriction, he's been awesome. Last game, he had 34 points in 23 minutes. Think about that.
Mhm.
Jordan Poole also had 29 points. He is the first player since Wilt Chamberlain in Warriors history to have over 25 points in his first 2 playoff appearances. So Jordan Poole added to that mix with Steph Curry, Klay Thompson. The Splash Brothers got a little bro, and they have Draymond Green still. Andrew Wiggins has been playing awesome this year. You know what? I think Golden State's going to end up sweeping Denver. Give me the Warriors.
Okay, well, now I'm definitely going with the MVP of the year. I don't know how. Yeah, so here's my 3-game parlay. It's the Grizzlies beating the Timberwolves, the Jazz beating the Mavericks, and the Nuggets going over the Warriors. And that $10 3-game parlay will win me 60. So thank you for putting more money into my account there.
No
Spears.
problem.
Yes.
No problem.
And shout out to Britt G, who says, we all look like we have sticky hands and Cheeto breath. You spelled Cheetos incorrectly, but that's okay. And you're not 100% wrong on that. My hands are sticky, but my breath smells like coffee. Bitch.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. We'll check in with somebody who does have Cheeto breath powers. How's that COVID treating you now, buddy?
I believe him. Look at him emoting.
I don't know why.
I'm hallucinating.
Yeah, see, no, that was shenanigans. I saw him back there. He was just enjoying his life, chilling. And as soon as I get on the stream, that blanket wraps around that bald head, and he's crying, like basically like my daughter trying to get out of school. So I get it. Yeah.
Beef. Oh God.
Ridiculous.
It's exhausting to emote that much, to have that emoting disease. It's
Yeah.
really exhausting. You have to just give 110% all the time.
Yeah.
The
Let's see.
tortilla blanket.
No, here's something I'll point out, Anthony, and I'm glad that you pointed that out. Did I correct the spelling on the Stoner music list? I didn't put together that list. Our graphic designer did. He's right here faking COVID. Do you realize you spelled Cypress Hill wrong?
No, I copied and pasted what you wrote.
Oh,
Got him.
I'll pull up my email right now. I'm gonna pull up my email right now.
He spelled it like Cypress, Texas. Not.
Yeah, no. I don't sell Cypress. I don't spell Cypress like that. I've smoked way too much weed and know better. I'm going to my scent box right now as I put together this list. And
They're on there
Here we
twice.
It's
So
me
who made the
checking
list?
his email.
Cypress Hill.
That's right. Heighten of radio right here. Beef vegan. Checking his email, everybody.
okay, Todd. I can go to a pre-recorded clip, but it's a Thursday show.
No, this is it. This is the close-up.
This is the
we
focus
want.
right now.
All right, find me a video, Todd. I'm putting him in backstage. You're backstage for now. Find me something. You got it.
Did
You
Devin
just
the
put
Dude-
me off.
Did Devin the Dude make the list?
Devin the Dude did not make the list.
I got the list right here if you want it.
Okay, yes. Give me the list.
All right. You want me to start number 10 or number
Yeah,
1?
start at number 10.
All right. Number 10, we had Black Sabbath.
Black Sabbath.
Number 9, Glass Animals.
Mm-hmm.
Number 8, Monster Magnet.
Mm-hmm.
Number 7, Bongzilla.
Yeah, Bongzilla.
Number 6, Pepper. Number 5, I think it should have been a little higher, but Cypress Hill.
Yep.
Number 4, The Almighty Nickelback. They should have been higher.
What?
Yes, that's our
Yes.
troll list. No, these are bands to get high
okay,
to.
Okay.
Yeah, these are bands to get high to. And the troll list worked. Did he misspell Cypress Hill on the troll list?
No.
See, you spelled it correctly on the troll list, Powers.
Because he's
I'm
trolling.
going to find your email. Let me see.
Yes, please find the email.
And then let's see. Then we had Slightly Stupid at number 3, Sublime at number 2, Bob Marley and the Wailers at number 1.
Yes, well, this was our troll list that we put out at 6 a.m. yesterday for 420 to build awareness for the show. So we always put out a list like this. We tell our listeners basically what the joke is, so they're in on it. But on the Rock 1 2.1 Facebook page, there's over 30,000 likes on there. So there's a lot of people that don't listen or are not in this region,
right?
And they don't know the joke, and they fall for it every fucking time. Now there are people that are hip to it now. Like one guy even wrote, like, I love how Nickelback always makes the list, and did the dead emoji, right? So they get it. We're trolling, and we're trolling on purpose because it gets people's attention.
Okay.
Yeah, so you should do the same thing. In fact, actually, I was going to have you pop in on the show yesterday, except we were overstuffed with so much content. And I wanted you to come up with a list of notorious professional athletes who are notorious stoners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can think of a few.
I know you can think of a few, so save that because we're going to do that as our third segment here.
Cool.
Okay?
Okay.
All right, cool. Well, we got 35 seconds before we get on. Real quick, I'll check back in with Powers. Did you find it?
I couldn't find that email. I didn't see.
He found it. I spelled it right. See, I know how to spell Cypress. Come on. What's going on, Todd? I just want to check back in with you real quick. You still mad?
Well, I'm always mad, so you gotta have to be more specific.
That's very true. You got 15 seconds before we get on the air, but what were you gonna say?
You pulled me here.
Hold on. All right, let's get back on the air. We're gonna be talking about some more basketball. Rock 1 2.1 KFMA. Still hanging out here with Justin Spears from Spears and Ali on ESPN Radio 104.9 and 1490 AM. When we left on the air last time, we talked about Mathurin and Koloko both leaving the Wildcats, entering the NBA draft. Real quick, where are they projected to land in this draft?
Well, Benedict Mathurin, one, I'm sad that he's not going to be able to come back and get an NIL deal with a breakfast place here in town.
Oh,
ex-Benedict Mathurin. Think about that. But anyways, I think he's going to go anywhere from 5 to 12 in that area.
Okay.
So he's going to be next year. He's going to be making anywhere from $3 to $5 million. So he's a surefire lottery pick.
So it was a no-brainer for him.
Yes, this was an easy
that
decision.
money's right there.
The money's right there.
Potentially top 10 athlete. Yes,
potentially top 5. That's how good Benedict Mathurin is. So he's going to be another first-round draft pick from Arizona. And then Christian Koloko is a different case because he's projected anywhere from late first round to early second round. And that's where it gets tricky because if you're a second round pick, nothing is really guaranteed. Right. You're more of on a two-way contract, and you could be out of the league in a year, maybe 2. So that's where it gets really dicey. And Christian Koloko is really betting on himself becoming a late first round pick. And if you're a late first round pick, you're going to a contender. We could be talking about Christian Koloko playing for a team like the Golden State Warriors next season, which would be a great fit for him.
Okay, so he's kind of looking at it like that. So he could possibly go to a team who might win a championship almost immediately, but it's risky. It's super risky.
It is.
Would you have wanted him to come back? Would you advise him if you were his personal advisor, which you're not? Would you advise him to stay one more year, try to get a championship here in Tucson, and then go into the draft next year with possibly a higher draft value?
This is tough because, like I said, you're betting on yourself becoming a late first round pick.
Right.
So if you land there, then you're in a great situation. You're going to be playing with a team that could probably use you, like a Golden State Warriors, like a Brooklyn Nets. But Arizona has name, image, and likeness opportunities in place for a guy like Christian Koloko.
Right.
So if I were him, I would say, well, I mean, consider this. You can come back, get a name, image, and likeness deal for maybe $100,000. Work your way up into possibly being a surefire lottery pick, and then you can make even more money when you turn pro. So I don't know. That's tough. I probably would have liked Christian Koloko to stay another year and maybe develop more of a mid-range jump shot so he could be more polished going into the league, but it's tough, and I don't hate the decision, and honestly, I'm not surprised by it.
Okay. Yeah. What's his stats? Like, what's he stand at? What's his weight?
He's like 7 foot, 7'1".
Yeah.
And I think he's like 225, 230, something like that.
Who in the NBA that would be a late round draft pick and needs a big man?
Golden State.
Yeah.
I mean, James Wiseman's been hurt all year long, but having another body on the bench would be great. I mean, I think he would fit perfectly with the Brooklyn Nets. Imagine Christian Koloko with Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, Ben Simmons, and all those guys. I think that'd be a great fit for him. And, you know, he kind of reminds me of like a Rudy Gobert from the Utah Jazz, just a tall player, a true rim protector, and a true center. You don't need a three-point shot to thrive in the NBA. And that's one thing that I don't understand why people say, oh, Christian Coloco should come back and work on his 3-point shot. He doesn't need it to be successful in the NBA. He's got a pretty good game as is.
Yeah, that's true. All right, well, that's where our two guys from the Wildcats have maybe headed into the NBA draft this season. We'll keep you updated on that. We'll hit the reset on the FM side. Keep messing around on the podcast broadcast stream talking about the Phoenix Suns. I see my friends Congos are on the stream as well. I'll see if they can pop in for a visit and so much more. So keep it right here. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. Yo, is this Joey or Johnny? Sorry, I said a different name. I'm gonna invite you right now to join this stream because that's what we do. We got friends here. I mean, I got a friend who's dying of COVID right here in Powers.
There you go. Hey, buddy.
See, nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to see that. I have my angry friend just like hanging out here smoking weed.
Viral.
Yes, so that's fine. I like the Foppins. You guys want to talk with the rock star real quick? My friend Johnny Congos is, I'm sending it to the Tokalishi email, Johnny, is in Austin, Texas. They have, they're multimedia all over the place. You know them from their songs, Come With Me Now. That song went platinum over and over again. And they're on Discord all the time. They do podcasts, videos, things. I mean, Johnny can explain all this stuff. They have a new record that they're working on. They're going to be coming to Phoenix here soon, which I'm going to be on that show or at that show. He doesn't know that, but I will patch him in. And, that's what I want to do. I want to continue to touch base with my rock star friends on the stream. And while we're waiting for Johnny to pop in, so what do the Suns look like going into these playoffs here, Spears?
Ooh, this is tough, man. Devin hamstring. Devin Booker and his hamstrings.
That does suck, but how bad? Like, do you think they can't do it without Booker because they got a squad?
Yeah, they're going to do it without Booker. I mean, he's going to be not playing in games 3 and games 4.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, you were without Chris Paul for damn near 2 months and still finished with the best record in the NBA.
That's right.
You could play without Devin Booker and beat the New Orleans Pelicans in the 7-game series without him just by using Chris Paul, DeAndre Ayton, Cam Johnson, Mikal Bridges. They have the firepower to do it.
Right.
But how Devin Booker plays in the next series is going to be interesting. But the next series, they play either the Jazz or the Mavericks. That's another team. I mean, I think the Phoenix Suns could just absolutely run through. So I don't think the Phoenix Suns are in trouble. And I think they're going to be representing the Western Conference in the NBA Finals.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it seems like it could be a cakewalk to the finals, even with Devin being out for a couple games. The first game was so dominating. It was just like, oh, good. All right. So they are the odds-on favorite to win the finals this year. Do you think what is the main obstacle for the Suns of being able to claim that? Is it the Bucks again?
Yeah, well, I mean, one series at a time. And this series is tough because Willie Green, the head coach of the New Orleans Pelicans, is great friends and former colleagues of Monty Williams. So he knows him very well. And then Brandon Ingram and CJ McCollum, I mean, those are, matchup issues for the Phoenix Suns, but I think they'll take care of business. I think they'll take care of the next series. But the Western Conference Finals is going to get tough. Remember, I was very high on the Golden State Warriors because Steph Curry's coming back from injury, and he looks like the Steph of old.
Right.
And then you add in Jordan Poole, the third Splash brother. The Golden State Warriors look like they could give the Phoenix Suns a challenge and could probably take them to 7 games. So I think the Warriors are probably the biggest obstacle between the Suns and the NBA championship. And then in the Eastern Conference, I think the Suns are much better than the Milwaukee Bucks this year.
Yes.
The only really team that I would have to worry about coming out of the East are probably the Miami Heat. And I think the Phoenix Suns would probably take care of business against them. So
let's hope it's the Suns and the Heat. That'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
All right. Joining us on the podcast broadcast stream for the very first time, a great friend of mine, all the way from Austin, Texas. We got Johnny Congos from the band Congos. Good morning, Johnny.
What's up, Beef? You getting me?
Yeah, I'm getting you loud and clear. And the thing with Johnny is that since he does the podcast,
all fucked.
Yeah, what's up with your aspect ratio? What did you do there? Here, I'll pull you on full screen and stuff and see. Yeah, that's all right. But there's Johnny in his basement compound in Austin, Texas. Yeah, it's good to check in with you, man. I'm excited about your show at Last Exit.
Yeah, I mean, I was pulling up our old computers, like where we've got all the live tracks and everything. The last project I saved was 2019, and it just occurred to me like, holy shit, we haven't played music as like a band playing instruments in, what is that, 2.5 years now? So yeah, it's come tune in, see if we still remember how to play the songs. It's gonna be a fun one.
Yeah, no, you guys will be fine. See, Congos is a band of 4 brothers, all multi-instrumentalists, all taught by their father when they were still in diapers. And I'm talking all the way up to 12 is when they had diapers. But after they got past that, they were still playing all the instruments well. But yeah, this Last Exit live show is going to be banger. And how long are you expecting to play? Because I would take this opportunity to really just, stretch your legs and fuck around.
Yeah, I mean, the problem is like, I'm not joking. Like literally, we got to figure out how to play again. So like, it's going to be a long set. We'll probably do an hour and a half, but like, we're going to take it easy. Like, not try any crazy new stuff. We just need to like ease back into it. We got a festival next week in Mexico City. So that's the first actual show we're playing. Down in Mexico City.
You wish it was reversed, like
absolutely, dude. Because it's a big stage on there with like cut copies playing, a couple of the big artists, and it's like it's awesome to be on there. But we're kind of like, maybe we should have like booked a little gig here in Austin at like a dive bar first.
Yeah. That's what I would do if I was your manager. I would say, hey, let's do a little residency here at this dive bar. All right. And just fuck around, do a couple hours of just fucking around. We're going to do our songs, our hits and everything, but then we're just going to stretch around. We're going to jam them out, and we're just going to really just kind of play, work out the kinks, and then also get the feel again. Because the way that Congos writes music individually, since they all know how to play all the instruments, they pretty much write out, track out everything, and then they bring it to the other brothers and be like, here's what I got, and then there's input and whatnot, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like we always say, I mean, this, we're like a band of 4 dictators. It's a democracy of 4 dictators. If you write the song, you get final say, but everyone gets an input up to a point, and then it's like, shut up, I wrote the song. This is how it's going.
And Johnny was the lead writer behind Come With Me Now. So I'll just shout that out. That's his bragging right. He's the oldest brother.
I wear that on a t-shirt when I go out to bars.
Yeah, no. I'm sure he brings it up with every argument with the brothers. Like, don't forget who wrote the biggest hit. This guy right here. I was like, yeah.
Matt, like that's flattering, but the honest truth is, like, I wrote it, but it wouldn't have been what it was. Like, quite genuinely, like, if you were there in the early days, like, it went through so many different iterations. If it wasn't for the 3 other brothers, like, strong input and strong like ideas and like parts, guitar parts, bass parts, everything, it really did come together as a group. And that's not always true. Sometimes it is like Jesse, often like it'll be like 99% Jesse on a track. You know what I mean?
Right.
And we're kind of like, fix, like, turn that hi-hat down. He's like, cool, we're done.
Yeah. Well, I do like that. That's a good example of, this for other musicians out there. How long would you say it took for Come With Me Now to evolve to its final product?
I mean, we were looking through this because we've been doing all these streams over on Twitch like you're doing, and kind of getting into like the deep history and pulling up all demos, that sort of thing. I think I wrote it in 2008.
Okay.
We first had it become a hit when you were playing it back in the old days in Phoenix, KWSS, like 2010, 11, I think.
Yes.
Then it was a hit in South Africa. Then finally, so it was finished recording 2011. But then America, like mainstream radio, caught on 2014. I think KFMA caught on like 2024.
Yeah. No, you were on KFMA with Linkin Park. So
I remember that. Yeah. That was a funny one. That's when Linkin Park and was shouting it with Sublime with Rome because they were smoking so much weed backstage.
Yeah, were you backstage? Did you actually see that?
Because I didn't see it. We heard about it because we were sitting back with all the buses. I think we were on a bus at the time. And in Linkin Park's defense, I don't think they weren't being like, I don't know, parents, like, get off my lawn, stop smoking weed. They were just like, this is our backstage area. We've got certain policies, like, just don't clutter up our whole backstage area. They kind of caught flack for it because a lot of people were like, come on, this is rock and roll. But, whatever. When you're legends, you can call the shots in your own backstage.
I'll tell you what, I talked with Cheese, the manager of Sublime of Rome, shortly after. It was my first national press, or no, not my first. I was maybe second or third. But that little clip kind of went viral, and Cheese is basically speaking on behalf of Rome. And they're just like, no, it wasn't all of Lincoln Park that was a bitch. It was just Brad, who's a bitch. And they went in on him, because he said he was allergic to weed. And of course, no stoner is ever going to respect anybody that says they're allergic to weed. That's immediately like, you deserve your ass kicked.
I'm not allergic to weed, but there's been a couple nights where I thought I was.
Yeah. Like last night, probably. But so they roasted him. And then they even talked about Brad, wearing headphones. And he's like, those aren't even monitors. Those are just noise canceling headphones. Because, they made fun of him for, protecting his ears. So there was no love lost between that. And I forgot you were on that show, which is fantastic. Here's what we're going to do, Johnny. Since this is the first time I have you on the podcast broadcast stream, we're going to play a game called The Last Word when we return on the air. So we're going to be on the FM side.
How long do you think it's going to take? I'm sorry, I don't want to be rude, but we're actually starting our stream in about 15.
No. This is only going to take less than 2 minutes when we're on the air, and then I'll let you go because then I got to wrap up my show.
Well, let's set this up, do it properly, so we can come on for a longer time and chat about whatever.
No, 100%. And maybe even be able to get you guys a jam on the stream. Can you do that? Because I can't play
that's possible.
Music. Yeah. I did play our video of I Want to Know yesterday on 420.
You mean Come Together?
No. I Want to Know. You forgot. Remember we made this video, went a little something like this?
I do not remember that at all.
Fucking rock stars. Look at you living a good life. That video I have on my TMI radio show channel, which is now defunct. I don't know how to get access to it, but it has over 50,000 views.
Oh,
I'm not making a penny off it, if that makes you feel any better.
It doesn't make me feel any better because that's how I feel about most of our videos. We're getting 16% of a third of a penny.
2.1 KFMA. Welcome back to the show. It's the podcast broadcast. Joining us, surprise guest, we got Johnny Congos from the band Congos. You know them best from their hit single "Come With Me Now." He is joining us via satellite from his compound in Austin, Texas. I call it a compound. I haven't visited yet, but it's very compound-like. Good morning, Johnny.
What's up, man? How you guys doing?
Good. I know you're going to be starting your podcast with your brothers here soon on your Discord channel, but before you go to do what you got to do, let's play a game. This is called The Last Word. I have Justin Spears, a colleague of mine in the studio as well from ESPN Radio, and I have Manny, who is my listener number 1 in the rankings here. So here's how we're going to play the triple threat version of The Last Word. I'm going to give you a category. We're going to start with you, Johnny, to give an answer. Then Spears will give an answer, Manny will give an answer, and you guys will keep going with acceptable answers without repeating each other. Whoever gets the last acceptable answer in before 30 seconds runs out wins the round, okay? And then we'll do 2 rounds.
Okay.
All right, sound good? Here we go. Our first category. Name a food item that you would eat at a county fair. Johnny, go.
Deep fried Snickers bar.
There you go. Spears.
Funnel cake.
Okay. Manny.
Chili dogs.
Chili dogs. All right. Johnny.
Street corn, like a latte.
Okay. Spears.
Fried zucchini.
Okay.
Deep fried Twinkie.
All right. Johnny.
Fried eggplant. Like at Summerfest up in Milwaukee is the big thing there.
Okay. What do you say, Spears?
Carne asada for us.
Oh, you know what? Johnny got that in there by telling a funny story about one time we played a fair in Wisconsin. They were eating fried eggplant. It actually sounds delicious.
It does.
Yeah, it's really good. It's like an eggplant parm, but just in strips.
Yeah. Nice. All right. Yeah. Like eggplant parm on the go. Nice. All right. Well, here we go. We'll have Spears start off this next round.
Okay.
30 seconds on the clock. Clock will begin when I finish asking this question. Name an activity you might do at a sleepover. Spears, go.
Pillow fight.
Pillow fight. All right, Manny.
Spin the bottle.
Spin the bottle. Okay. Johnny.
Ooh. Watch a horror movie.
Okay. Scary movie. Spears.
Video games.
Video games. Yep. Manny.
Ding dong ditch.
Okay. Johnny.
Beer pong.
Beer pong. Okay.
Prank calling people.
Yeah, there you go. What do you say, Manny?
Oh, dang. I lost it.
Oh, all right. And in there with Spears. Excellent answers there, Spears. You both did good. Johnny, thank you for checking in on the stream. We will have you and your brothers back on the podcast broadcast here shortly. And I know that you're going to be coming and playing in Phoenix in town. So we'll talk about that. So let's touch base before you come back to Arizona, okay?
Absolutely, man. Good to talk with you. Talk soon. See you guys.
Yeah, it's great to talk with you as well. That's Johnny Congos from the band Congos. We're going to take a quick break. Be back with your beef tip right after this. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. Clear. So isn't that cool? You know, that's
awesome, man.
Yeah,
That's so cool.
Yeah, I love that. So we're gonna want more. You know, oh shit, Powers died.
Oh no.
I was checking in.
You
on
should have done a
Powers.
test.
I guess he did have COVID. You know, I didn't believe him. I feel bad now. But any last words you want to share with for Powers there, Todd?
I miss him already. We barely got to talk, but I feel like we were best friends, and that's just how he made everybody feel. And we're all lesser for Powers being gone.
Yeah, I mean, I thought he was faking it, and I feel bad to thinking that you know, he was just had a head cold. That's how it started, and I guess I waited too long. I kept him backstage too long.
I just got a message from Rico. He already wants a spot on the air. That's weird.
Yeah, that is quick. I mean, too soon, Rico. Too soon.
Soon.
Yeah. Well, Rico's currently in Tempe doing some work and doing a good job of it too. So I want to show, speaking of Rico, I do want to show another video that he put together. I know I shared this yesterday, but there's always new people watching the stream, and Spears never saw this stuff. Look at it. Everyone's already paying their respects for Powers.
Rest in Powers.
Yeah.
Power.
Yeah.
Rest in Power.
Rest in Powers.
Powers.
Yeah. Oh, poor guy. He's laughing. I was in the backstage. I don't think he's really dead. This guy is
Wait a minute.
Yeah. That skeleton sounded like it laughed. He's probably laying underneath it. And of course, he just has this skeleton laying around too. Let's not forget this dude.
Prepared at the always ready.
Yeah, always ready with a gag. All right. Speaking of which, here, let me go for my next video that I'll share because I got to get set up for our beef tip. Don't forget though, guys, if you're driving around from 3 to 6 this afternoon, you're going to want to make sure you check 104.9 because Spears and Ali is great talk radio.
Thank you.
They do a good job. No problem. I'm not just saying that because you're here. You're gonna have Ali here today too.
Ollie is not here today. He's back tomorrow for the Friday show.
So he's too busy out making money and like hanging out with beautiful women.
Yep.
Yeah, good for him. Yeah,
like I said, there are so many times where I'm just like, dude, you are so rich.
Yeah. And he's like, yeah, I can't hear you on my cell phone. I'm in a private plane right now. What did you say, Pori? How's the dollar menu treating you?
He calls it the PJ.
The PJ?
Yeah, that's what he calls it.
The poor what?
The private jet.
Oh, he calls it the PJ.
The PJ.
That's how you know he has money. When they call that I like Ollie too, but
when I grow up,
I hate rich people. So I'm conflicted. I'll give you a story too. I was going to make this a speed break. This is an example of my writing when it comes to this. This is a speed break I was going to do today, but I decided not to because one, I was by myself, and two, it comes off as so jaded. And it's this. I came across a headline. The Kentucky Derby.
Yeah.
Yeah, they doing the Kentucky Derby here soon?
Yeah.
Okay, so part of that is the Kentucky Derby is now selling $1,000 ruby encrusted mint juleps. All right, mint juleps right off the bat. I hate that drink because it's an elitist drink. It's not a PBR or nothing. And so this is what I wrote, and I'm gonna read this verbatim, and you can see. I mean, I was high yesterday, so I should have been in a great mood, and I was. It's 4:20, but while I'm sitting down writing this. I'll just reenact my typing on my face, going through headlines, putting together stuff, dick joke, doing good. The Kentucky Derby is now serving $1,000 ruby encrusted mint juleps. This is why people hate the rich. Some douche buying his third wife a stupid hat and a few of these, while the people who serve the cocktail can't afford health insurance. Fuck these motherfuckers. Okay? Like, whoa. Whoa.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And obviously I didn't do that as a speed break. Because try to keep the show positive and moving, but I couldn't help myself. And I was high at the time. I had Pineapple Express playing in the background. I had no reason to be upset. I live a decent life. I got a pretty house, pretty girlfriend, great daughter. Things good. Fucking rich people and their $1,000 drinks and fucking anything. I'm wearing a mask like a goddamn slave and I'm feeding you. And this is one of my 2 jobs. This ain't even a full-time job. It's a job that I work once a fucking year.
Kentucky Derby.
Yeah. Once a year, and you're ordering $3,000 ruby encrusted drinks just so you could shit more money than I make in a week? Fuck you. That's what they're doing. They're shitting more money than most people make in a week.
I want that money.
Yeah, no,
that's what I call FU money.
It is FU money.
Yeah.
When they literally ingest something of value and so much value, it's like, yeah, I'm going to give you a tip of this. This is 10% of what I'm going to shit later.
Dang.
And that's if they're being generous. But the reality is there probably won't be. This is 1% of what I'm going to shit later.
Yeah, they're too tight.
Yeah. And see, I'm angry.
Woosah.
Yeah.
Woosah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Manny.
No, he needed that last night. This is a reenactment.
It kind of is.
His blood's starting to boil right now. I could see it.
It was.
Gotta rub those earlobes and say woosah.
He's remembering now. He's getting all pissed again.
I know. It's those $1,000 drinks, man. It's stupid. I mean, I don't even go top shelf at bars because I don't like spending $12 for a drink. So I get really mad at somebody spending $1,000. Just saying. All right, we got a minute.
How much is that? 1 rack.
Yeah, 1 rack.
What?
Here, let me play this video clip real quick. This is our That 70s Show parody that you gotta check out here. Spears, you'll like this.
Okay.
If you haven't seen it, and you should, it goes a little something like this.
Damn,
All right, we're all right.
It's good, man. I'm glad that we're all celebrating 420 together. Did you know that 420 is actually Hitler's birthday too?
Don't be that guy. You ever see the back of a $1 bill, though? You really look at it. There's a lot of stuff on it.
Don't be that guy. You don't know that fiat currency's bullshit anyway. It's all about that robot money, man.
Dude, don't be that guy. I'm so high. I just feel like taking my shirt off.
Don't be that guy.
Don't be that guy, you son of a bitch. Don't ruin this for me. Go do what you want, Captain. There you go.
That's great.
So, yeah, do what you want, Cat. Take your shirt off if you feel like it. All right, we're back with the beef tip here. Let's do this.
Damn, Jackie. Can't change the weather.
Rock on 2.1 KFMA. That's all the time we have for this program. I'd like to thank everybody who jumped in on the podcast broadcast. Streamer number 1, Manny. Thank you for coming in for the save. We checked in with Powers backstage. He turned into a skeleton already, so I don't know if he's going to be in tomorrow. I hope he is, though. Also, like to thank Justin Spears, ESPN Radio. That was me burping. Also like to thank the Todd for joining us on the podcast broadcast streaming site as well. And last but definitely not least, Johnny Congos from the band Congos. We'll be hanging out with them on the podcast broadcast stream soon enough. They're coming to Arizona here in about a month. So be prepared for that. It's a little bit of a road trip, but definitely worth it if you've seen Congos live. That's all the time we have for today, but I got to leave you with the beef tip. It's in my contract. It's important that I do so. And my beef tip today is I'm scrolling down to get it. Oh, yeah. Well, there was Lifehacker released a bunch of best and worst ways to legally get high. And in it, they included like huffing, like, butane and stuff, which is terrible. It's legal, but it's not good. They also listed salvia, which I've done that. And personally, I could tell you don't do that unless you want to feel like what it feels like to die. So my tip to you is stick to the greenery, smoke weed every day. And that's it. That's all the time we have. Thanks for listening to the show. And we'll be back tomorrow morning. Later.
When you wish upon a side of beef. Soon will come an end to all your grief. But if you've been mean or kind
beef
of
tip
bad,
tomorrow, Manny.
I will knock out all your teeth.
Stay on the stream there, Todd. Oh, wait. Hold on. I'm glad that you're feeling better, Powers.